I got a river to cross today. Ugh. And it is slippery out here, brother. Oh man. Oh yeah. You gotta be real careful out here. All these rocks are covered by moss. Oh boy. And I gotta cross that. Wow. Let's try to pick the path of least danger and least difficulty here. Oh man. Kids, do not try this unless you are ready. Man, that water is cold. It's dangerous. Oh boy, I just stepped in a deep spot. Hey YouTube, it's Saul with Gold Phenoms. I'm here on Saturday, November 10th, and here in 2018, it's probably about, I don't know, 65, 66 degrees Fahrenheit here at the Kern River. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go out to that gravel bar back there here by next to Treasure Island. I've never been out there to this particular gravel bar. Here, let me get that on camera here. Right out over here where all these rocks are at, by these little rapids right here. You know, looks interesting. You know, anywhere where water's had a chance to drop off some gold is always a good place to check out. And I'm real curious about what's out there. I've never been to this place before, and you know, like before, I'm real curious to see what's out there. I would not venture to go out there if you're not ready for the Kern River. The Kern River is dangerous, like I've said many times before. The water's about 200 cubic feet per second, so it's not overwhelming, but it's a far cry from the usual 1,400 to 4,000 cubic feet per second that it usually is running at, especially in the summertime. Anyways, I'm gonna give it a shot, get out there, and you know, we'll see what my luck is today. You guys want to see a tarantula hawk up close and personal? Let's see. There he is, right here on this rock. Try to approach him real slow. They say the second most painful sting in the entire animal kingdom. Yeah. You don't want to mess with that guy if you don't have to. Oh, there he goes. Oh well, this island's not big enough for the both of us, so what the heck. Alright, so I'm seeing a path right here of water and some gravels that have already been laid down. Plenty of round rocks to go, and wow, there's a good spot for my sluice right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my sluice right here real quick and just start poking around these rocks next, I don't know, a little while, maybe a couple hours, and we'll see if the river gods are unselfish today, you know? Stay tuned. I want to show you guys something real quick while I'm getting set up here. I just now put my sluice in the water and move some rocks around right here to, you know, just to put it in a spot where it looks like water will power it and process all the materials and such. And you know, I have the little V right here, you can see going a little bit right here. It's not I don't think it's perfectly level, but hey, the water is moving real fast and it's got a little bit of a drop to it, and it's a good spot. I mean, the gravels aren't really going to pile up too much behind the sluice itself, and like I said, the water's moving real fast, and that means I'm not going to have a lot of things to process or pan out whenever I've got it all said and done. But I'm real curious, you know, like I said before, I'm looking forward to processing all this material and going through this little gravel bar right here. and couldn't have picked a nicer day. But I tell you what, that water, man, it makes you numb in no time. My hands, you know, working with those stones right there, it made my hands all numb already. So if you guys don't like cold water, the Kern River at this point in the year is not for you, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna get right to it, and we'll see how much gold is here on this little gravel bar right here. I think I'll start, I don't know, maybe right there somewhere. Hey guys, it's now Friday, November 16th. I had some technical difficulties there with my camera last time I came out, whenever I was just digging here in the prior scene, and you know, went and did 2 clean outs, each with half a bucket of material, and I went ahead and lined up, or rather put my sluice in the same spot right there, you can see. But after going through that and taking a look at the materials and panning them out, you know, I found I'll say, you know, just the usual board of fare as far as the number of pieces of gold that I found. You know, I just want a little pan around here so you can see where I'm at, more or less. I'm right here on this gravel bar in the middle of the river, and you can see Treasure Island right here off to my right. So I'm a little bit downstream of this island that I've just called Treasure Island at this point. And you know, I had to walk right here, right across, you know, this little portion of the Kern River right here. It's running at about, you know, the same 200 cubic feet per second today. It's about 59 degrees. Anyway, came out today to continue on, to get another, hopefully another bucket or 2 of material, and show you guys what you can expect here on a gravel bar like this here today. Seeing as I kind of know what to expect, I was pleased with certainly what I saw before, and I'm going to continue to delve deeper. I'm going to show you the guys the hole that I was working on. You can see right here, it's right here on camera. It still hasn't filled in yet, and you know, I'm just going to continue going down. The gravels here are kind of interesting. They're sharper, they're more pointed, they're not as rounded rather, and they give me a little bit of trouble on my sluice over there. And well, I'm just gonna have to, you know, as I'm sluicing, be a little vigilant and brush them off. I notice I have to brush them off more in this area. So, you know, maybe a different sluice might be better. You know, my more conventional sluice, but with the Dream Mat, might be a better choice if I can lug it across this thing. That water is really cold though, and I gotta tell you, you gotta be dedicated to come out here at this time of year. You know, that water is ice cold, and I went numb in no time. So let's continue on, and hopefully, you know, my luck continues. I'm pretty optimistic about digging in that hole right there further down. I'm also looking at the island right here behind me, and I can see, you know, on this what would be an inside curve right here, some sandy material right there that I'm real curious about. I want to go get that stuff right there, maybe half a bucket or something, and try it out. I'll let you guys know how I do, but let's get started and see what happens next. I just want to show you guys this rock right here real quick. It's real dark, just jet black with some streaks of red. Looks like some iron there or rust, and it's really heavy. And this is exactly what you want to look for, evidence of just really heavy materials in your search for gold. You know, I'm optimistic about that. Certainly, you know, seeing signs of or indications or indicators rather of gold. I'll continue on here and you know, continue to fill the bucket of material there. But once again, I'm pretty optimistic about my chances today. Alright guys, so I went ahead, got about, you know, a little more than half a bucket of material here, and like I mentioned just a little bit ago, I expect these rocks to get caught up more on the sluice today. Hopefully I'm wrong, but after what I've seen, I doubt it. Let's get started and let the power of the river do the rest for us here. All right. Got a decent flow. You can see it go right out the back end here. You know, my fluid bed sluice here is doing a good job. You can see the materials go right by the grizzly there and out the back. They get processed in a little pocket right here, and the water comes in to these two inlets right here and helps the material swirl around inside. And a lot of materials also go out the back end to a little exit over here that you guys can't see. But it's a great little system, and this water is really going fast and doing the trick here today. Got a little bit caught up on the top right there, but that's no big deal. That'll go away. You know, I was doing this the other day on my first trip here 5-6 days ago, and I saw a piece of string gold right here on the very top of my fluid bed sluice here, and I was like, wow, look at that piece of gold, you know. So I'm pretty hopeful about what we can find here today. Let me work that right here. Like I said before, it's not perfect. It's not a perfect setup, but this thing it works so well. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's more important that you go through, you know, high volume of material where gold is present, and give yourself the best chance to find some gold after that. Let's just keep right on going and let this guy process as much material as possible. And as you can see, I'm putting scoop after scoop after scoop into this guy, and you know, he's just doing the rest. And look at that. Neat. All right, let's do a little clean out, a little panning, and see if I can find some additional bigger gold today. that's what the materials come out to here. You know, probably a little bit above average, I think, in terms of the volume, but you know, who knows? Who knows what's in the bottom of that hole down there, but we're gonna find out. I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube, and man, there's some really cool contraptions, some really cool guys out there that are doing the same thing, putting a lot of videos on YouTube, and you know, I think it's all about sharing. There's not enough gold out here to make a living, at least not from what I've seen. But there's plenty of chances to have fun, to have a good experience. That's why I'm out here. That's why I share where I go, where I look, where I prospect, etc. Especially whenever I find gold. I want you guys to know. I want you guys to come out here and check it out, have fun like I am. It's a great time. You know, why be selfish? Why not share, you know? Anyway, that's my plug for the day. All right. Let's see what we get here, huh? A lot of black sand. That makes me hopeful, you know? Believe it or not, gold floats, and if you're not careful, it'll float away. Let's see here. You can see one lone piece right there by himself. Right there in the corner. In the sun. Right there, all by his lonesome. Right there by my finger. I'm sure he shows up pretty well on camera. Yep. And there's some more underneath in the corner of the black sand. You can see it right now. It just suddenly appeared. In the usual crease right there. It's that yellow stuff you guys see right there on the crease. Not a lot. Not a lot, but it's something. Something, certainly food for thought. You know, hey, who knows? Maybe the water on my sluice was too fast. Maybe just that spot doesn't carry as much as I hope it would. I'm gonna go check out that spot now after I put this in my little bag that I have for my cons. I'm gonna go get some sand from right over there and try it out. Just test my luck and see if I could find a better spot than the one I was just in here just a moment ago. You know. All right, let's do it. Look at this, guys. I'm on the backside of Treasure Island and just came to this little sandbank right here, and this stuff looks almost, pre-classified for me. Haven't even dug it out yet. No idea what's in that stuff, but gotta be careful for the poison ivy, etc. out here. But I got some more rocks over here I want to work with right here that have some more sandy material on the other side of it. But this right here, this embankment, right on the other side of this little I don't know what you would call it, little not a hill, but certainly an embankment of sorts. That just dumped the material here, then formed a little trough right here. I'm real curious to give it a shot. Let's take half a bucket of it back, run it through my sluice, and see if we get lucky. There's a lot of clay in this material right here. There's black, really sticky stuff, but I'm hoping it holds gold. We'll see. Alright. Let's do another clean out, huh? Oh. Tell you what, there are so many cats over here, you wouldn't believe it. Can't turn around without seeing a cat somewhere. Oh well. Well guys, that turned out to be a bust. There's maybe like 5 pieces in there. I don't even think they'd show up that easy on camera anyway. So I don't even know why I'm putting the camera this close. They're difficult even for the naked eye to see at this angle, buried underneath some of that black sand right there. Anyway, so yeah, I tried over there in some of that loose sand right there, looser sand. Got nothing. I'm gonna try a slightly different spot than the hole I was digging in. Also, maybe you know, where this water drops down right here, right in front of me, forms like a little mini waterfall. Looks like an interesting spot. I'm gonna take some more material right there, and you know, see if my luck changes here today. Right, so I set up my sluice just a little bit upstream of where I was before, and it's not going very fast, but I think it's fast enough to handle some loose materials. I'm just gonna start shoveling into the sluice itself just to change it up a little bit. I kind of cleared a spot of some rocks right here, at least the bigger rocks. I'm gonna start shoveling in there just to change it up a little bit. I'm gonna have to clean out the grizzly a little more often, but hey, it doesn't matter. I'm having fun. And who knows what I'll find in this spot right here, this new spot. Well, no sluice is going to run without water, so I need to make some little changes here on the fly. Was going a little bit ago, but you know, the river might have dropped a little bit, and might need to find a slightly different spot for it. Let me make some adjustments here, try to get it just right, more or less. All right, that's better. Let's continue on. finding some black sand, which is good. The deeper I go, I'm starting to see it. Hopefully there's more of it down there. This is rough going. Well, I did a little bit better on this spot. You can actually see the gold. I count, I don't know, maybe 10 pieces right there, the tip of my finger, including a couple of bigger pieces that you can see no doubt on camera. I'm gonna go ahead and take the cons home, clean them up on my concentrating table, and just report that, you know, when it comes to the Kern River, I think that the gold that has more water volume moving over it, around it, just tends to sink deeper. It's not as easy to get to as opposed to on the shoreline. You know, here I am right in the middle of the Kern River itself, and you know, I'm not seeing the same quantities of gold per unit of bucket moved. So anyway, that's what I'm taking from today's foray here. I'll go ahead and clean this up for you guys, show you guys my take after about, let's see, about a bucket and a half today and another bucket from before, and I'll show you guys what I got in total here in my next take. All right guys, so I came home here and brought the gold back, and just real quick, just brushed out all the material, and there's maybe, I don't know, maybe 40 pieces of gold right there. Let me get a little as far in as I can here. It's not a lot, especially considering I've done a lot better with 2.5 buckets of material in the area. But you know, like I said, it's working that gravel bar was a new experience for me, and a lot of the gold is probably deeper, considering that water has been flowing over that spot for pretty much year-round, you know, 12 months out of the year. And the material was a lot different. It wasn't full of clay and whatnot. It was really sandy, so the gold probably has had a ample time to sink down to the bedrock. I'll continue trying around in the area and give you guys the best tips I can. But anyway, this is my take from that gravel bar after about 2.5 buckets of material. I'll see you guys on the next episode.